Hi, I'm Dwayne Hamby with Pathos.com. This is my daughter, Natalie.
Hello.
Hi,
Good
Chris. Nice
morning.
to meet you.
I like your friend.
Yeah, we did this for you. This is our buddy.
He's lurking.
He's lurking. He's watching. Sure, we're doing okay. So Natalie, I let her skip journalism class this morning to help me with this interview, and she's going to ask you some questions. We love the movie. We watched it on Saturday. It's like, in my opinion, it's a modern classic. I mean, I just think it was pitch perfect. So
Thank you.
congratulations. I can't wait for everybody to see it and see the reaction to it. So you want to start, Natalie?
Uh, what made you want to do this project?
The story and the characters, of course. Peter Brown's book it's popular for a reason. He has these amazing themes and characters, and it's the kind of thing I really like. I've worked on fairy tales, and I love them, but as far as like making a movie, this is more the kind of thing that I really connect with.
And I love that it's an original story. Did that appeal to you as well? I mean, it's not
Yeah.
like, everybody's talking now about franchises and sequels, but this is a very new entry. So,
Yeah. There's a different kind of challenge with this kind of thing. This is an adaptation, and so as a screenwriter and a director, I have to make changes in the book. The translation from the page to the screen it takes time, and you trim some things back, and you might add some things, but it's all in service of getting that core story up onto the screen intact.
yeah, go ahead, Nick.
What do you hope people will take away from this movie?
I think the themes of kindness and the idea that you may have to change your programming at some point in your journey. I think that's very real. Certainly, I've experienced it. I think we are creatures of habit. I believe I don't like change, but when I look back at moments in my life where I had to deal with change, those were moments of growth. And that's certainly at the core of this story with Roz. She arrives on this island with prepackaged programming, and at the moment of truth where she realizes that this little gosling is now her responsibility, the first thing she says is, "Nope, I can't do it. I don't have the programming," and she literally tries to walk away, but she can't. And so in dealing with that, she reveals later on in the story that she had to go off script and she had to start improvising. And for a Rosm robot, and she's Rosm 7134, that's a kind of a no-no, and that's one of the reasons that Universal Dynamics, the company that made her, becomes very concerned and very interested in getting her back because they want to understand what happened. It's a really, I think, neat idea.
Chris, just out of curiosity, now that you mention it, did you have any pushback from Universal? They're the parent company behind the movie, right? Releasing on the name of Universal Dynamics.
Yeah, they liked it.
Okay.
You have to invent things. Like I had to invent the name of this company, and one of the things that they have to clear out legally. So I tried a few, and they would come back and go, actually, that one's not available, and that one's not available. And then one day I thought, Universal, I'll try that. And I thought, there's no way. I'm sure that this one's already been taken. And they bounced back and said, that one's available. And then I thought, well, Universal liked that, and they did. They thought it was cool.
Oh, that's cool. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is like Bambi in that it doesn't shy away from death. Why do you think that's important?
It's a really, it's important. It's at the core of the story. We needed the audience to understand that on this island, there's consequences. That's gonna like working on Lion King. It's a life and death place. That kind of consequence gives you a lot of emotional resonance and depth, and we had to have that if this story was going to truly resonate and work.
Uh, Chris, were there moments when you're putting it together that you're like, okay, I know everybody's going to cry right here. I know this is going to be this is going to be the heart tucker.
You want to reach, I think we were talking about depth. You want to get full depth. on these moments. You don't want
Yeah.
them to almost work. You want them to really, really work. So first and foremost, when I'm writing these moments, there's a moment where Bright Bill has to leave the island, and I'll just put music on, and I'll run that sequence in my head over and over and over again. And when I'm riding a bike or driving to work or doing anything, I'm still working on that sequence in my head and modifying it until I feel like I got every little bit of it that I could get. So it takes time, and there are moments of inspiration where you think, there are moments of inspiration where it gets you, and you're like, oh, I felt something when I was thinking it up and when I was storyboarding it. And then it only gets better because we have this team of artists that is going to like enhance it through animation, through color, and then Chris Bauer's music is incredible.
Yes.
And one of the reasons to see this on a big screen is to hear that music at scale. It's absolutely incredible.
Yes, and the animation is just stunning, in my opinion. I mean, it's just makes full use of high definition, 4K, whatever. It's so great. Yeah. Are you involved at all in the live action Stitch that's coming out?
I'm doing the voice.
You are.
I have always done his voice. At the end of the process, there came a day when they played a voice for me after the film was done. They played a voice for me, and I wondered, why are you playing this for me? And they said, well, this is going to be the person who does Stitch from now on. And I said, I want to do Stitch from now on. So every ice show, every parade, every commercial, I still come into a studio and I do his voice.
Oh, wow. Can you give us a little bit?
Okay, I can do it right now.
Very good. Awesome. Do you have anything else you want
No,
to
sorry.
ask? Well, it's just been a pleasure to talk to you. Thanks for letting Natalie come along too. Lilo and Stitch is one of her favorites. We also love you did How to Train Your Dragon as well, right?
I did.
Yes, and Call of the Wild. We just saw that a few years ago.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah. What's the difference between directing animated and live action? I mean, I can imagine, but just to hear your own words.
A really, I think, simple way to think about it is on a live action set, all those disciplines are in one place at one time. You do a shot and you've got a cinematographer, someone who's doing light, someone who's doing sound. And in an animated film, imagine all those separated. So the acting is separate, we do the voice, and then we do the animation. Meanwhile, we have a lighting department that's working on the lighting. We have a background department that's painting the backgrounds. So they're all just separated. And then we bring them together through the process.
Well, congratulations on the film. I think it's going to be a huge hit. I've seen the reviews. They're just glowing. So well deserved. So
Oh, thank
congratulations.
you.
Thanks for talking to us today.
Thank you.